Good evening, running search followers and Facebook friends. I apologize for all the confusion with these videos. First of all, I double posted um, the third uh, update and listed as the fourth because I forgot to delete the copy and paste I last did. Also, I fell asleep early and didn't do one last night, so I will give a brief recap of the day yesterday. Yesterday was day 6, and I did 7. Uh, I did 8 miles because I found out that the guy who I've been walking with most of the days has been miscounting and has kept me doing an extra mile every day. So I've been doing 8 miles most of the time. So I'm a day ahead of schedule because of that, which is cool. Uh, let's see. So yesterday was very cool. We ended on Illinois Route 72, which is very busy and scary, and I saw a lot of weird things happen. For one, um, I really just saw God protect me a lot. And for those of you that are watching that don't ascribe to any sort of faith or identify yourself as a atheist, you know, I understand that you may not hold that, and that's cool with me. But I'm going to share a couple stories. One is um, as I go down most roads, I try to uh, walk along the edge of the left side of the road so the traffic's coming at me. Because evidently, from what my friend Karin told me, that's what you're supposed to do uh, if you're walking. So, but when I approach curves, I try to go on the other side because there's just no way that somebody coming on a curve would see me in time. And we were approaching it, and I was approaching a curve, waiting to meet up with Eddie, who had put my friend who I've mostly been walking with, uh, was driving the car up a mile, and he was gonna meet back with me. So usually I would try to meet with him in the middle, and all of a sudden, I was pretty far from the curve, and I knew that I needed to eventually move my way over, but it wouldn't be a problem at this point. So right as I started thinking that I should move over, I all of a sudden just got this feeling that I needed to move over right now. So I started making my way, and I got right into the center of the road, and then all of a sudden a car came whipping around the curve, and it would have hit me. And I don't know what possessed me to just all of a sudden get this urgency to move, but I feel it was God. Um, then more creepy, and I do say creepy, is on the 8th mile, which was the last mile of the day. Uh, I was about maybe 20 feet from the car, and I was uh, starting to head over to the shoulder to start pushing through the gravel. I was right on the edge of the road, and my friend was behind me, and all of a sudden I felt a push, and I looked behind me, and I saw a hand, and I kind of saw the edge of a beard, and so I assumed that it was my friend because he has a pretty righteous beard. Um, and as he, at, um, it was a quick push to just get me off the road, and then a car whipped a, whipped around again, and it would have clipped me, and it would have been, I mean, over. Um, and I looked behind me, and I saw that my friend was about, I would say, another 20 feet back, at least 2 car lengths. Um, and so I turned to him and I asked him, "Did you push me off the road and then run back real quick?" And he says, "No." And he swears that it didn't happen. And I don't know, you know, I can concede that maybe I totally imagined that whole thing. But I really, you know, I wasn't extremely exhausted at that point. I was feeling good. I was well hydrated. I don't know how to explain it, but I really feel like it was just God watching over me. I mean, His hand's been over me this whole time. I mean, there's been multiple close calls. I can assure you, there was even some today. Um, Today was really good. My friend who usually has been walking with me uh, couldn't do it today, and he won't be able to do it tomorrow. So today I had 2 friends from high school help me, Chris and Benito, and we did 7 miles. I'm now um, the rural part of my journey is over, and I'm in West Dundee now. Uh, I have about 30 miles left to go, and just but today was really hard being on Illinois 72. It was pretty sketchy. Um, there wasn't really any shoulder or edge of the road to push off of, so I had to basically push 2 to 3 miles in straight gravel. The first mile took me an hour and 20 minutes. When right now, lately my pace has been sometimes anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes a mile. Um, so today was really tough and it was very draining. My body is definitely uh, feeling it, and also on a just a personal level, uh, I'm having a tough time. Found out that my favorite dog that I've had for the last 10 years, and a dog that saved my life and actually stopped a suicide attempt that I was going to have a couple of years ago. Katie Sue has bone cancer and is going to have to be put to sleep soon, and I probably won't get an opportunity to say goodbye to her if how I think things are going to go are going to happen. Um, and that's tough. Um, you know, I've been thinking about sacrifice a lot. These today, I think that's what I've mostly been thinking about. You know, I've been thinking about how I've sacrificed a lot to do this. Um, a year of my life has been focused to only doing this, um, and I've given up going to uh, close friends' weddings just because I knew that I needed to save money or that their wedding is going to be on my during this trip. So if you see this, Mike and Becky and Rachel and Clay, I'm sorry I missed your weddings. Um, Also, I've just given up, you know, a chance to go visit my close friend Jacoby in Hawaii and go see his band play. I've given up going to see concerts. I go hanging out with friends because I needed to work out. I've given up. I'm giving up going to Comic Con in Chicago to see William Shatner, which as a Star Trek fan is a really big deal. But that is a part of doing great things is you need to sacrifice. And Not so much that my sacrifice is really a big deal, I would say, but it's costing me a lot right now, and I think the greater prize in that uh, is hopefully to come. But also part of sacrifice is doing the right thing without expecting something in return, which is, you know, help me kind of deal with this fear. I think I've talked about that. I have a fear that when this is all over, I'm, I'm gonna drive back to Evanston. I'm gonna be in my empty apartment alone, and my life is gonna go back to where it was. And that really does scare me. But through thinking about what real sacrifice is, uh, it's not expecting something in return. I need to be okay with that. I need to be okay that my life may just go back to, um, you know, Netflix and trying to write blogs that only about 30 people follow. Just be okay with that. Be okay that I just did something cool for one moment. Um, that I sacrificed a year of my life. That I kept my word, and that I did something that I never thought I would do. And that has to be good enough. Um, I'm really drained mentally and physically. I'm kind of just a little tired of the solitude. Um, I know that I need to make some more changes in my life. I know that I need to have more intimate friendships and things like that. I need to be more involved in people's lives. I don't know necessarily what that looks like or how that's going to happen, but I know that I need to still keep changing. And I know how important it is to finish this strong and to fight for justice for people with disabilities, or as I like to say, people who are crippled. To live a life that says love will not be defeated. That's not to say that peace will always win out, but to say that peace will never quit. And if peace never quits, then it will surely never be defeated. Well, I need to eat, and I really need to sleep. I have to be up in about 6, 7 hours. So it's another 7 miles and another reminder that love won't be defeated. So I'll see you guys later.